you're speaking, but so anyway.
What did you do, Diane? Because I have the same problem, like what Dan said, exactly the same. Like I have mine turned up to 99, and it's still it's not very loud.
Well,
all the way to 100. Do it.
Yeah, oh yeah, mine's at 100. And so, well, Nil suggested to both Dan and I that we go into the Zoom app, and that is when you can look at the audio. But I didn't make any changes. Mine were already at 100. I think I just got lucky. It just seems to be better, or maybe I've just acclimated to it, but it was very poor. I mean, I really struggled to hear at first, but it does seem to be projecting a little bit more now. Other than that, the laptop is great, and I can hear everyone well. I just can't, or I should not. I'm hearing people a lot better tonight than what I have in the past.
Do we know where in the Zoom app you go? I'm looking at settings.
Well, when you first sign on, and you don't have to be
live on YouTube. Just a heads up.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to be in a meeting to test your audio on Zoom.
All right, so why don't we get this party started here? We're good to go?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Welcome to the City of Onalaska's Finance and Personnel Committee meeting. Today's date is October 7th. The time is currently 7:25 p.m. Notice of this meeting has been duly posted, which is happening via Zoom. Item number one, roll call. We'll start with Alder Jim Olson.
Here.
Alder Diane Wolf.
Here.
And Dan Stevens is also present. We also have City Attorney Amanda, HR Hope, Chief Ashbeck, Finance Fred Bueller, Alder Tom Smith joins us, Parks and Rec and Library Director Dan Wick, City Administrator Eric Reinflesch, Mayor Kim Smith, City Engineer Jared Holter, and Chief Troy Goody. Item number two, approval of minutes from the previous meeting.
Second.
So, Diane, did you approve?
I'll make the motion. Okay. Jim seconds.
So and then Jim seconded. So yes. Motion by Diane, seconded by Jim. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Minutes are approved. Item three, public input. Public input will be limited to 3 minutes. Does anybody wish to speak? Amanda, do we have anybody that wants to speak?
No, there are no hands raised.
All right, second call for public input. Third and final call for public input. Hearing no public input is now closed. Consideration and possible action of the following items. For the Omni Center financials. Fred, is this going to be you?
Well, as long as Dan is present, and maybe Dan.
Let's make Dan Wick do it. Dan Wick, tell us about the Omni Center financials, please.
What good news would you like to hear?
Everybody's renting out space, and
well,
the coffers are full.
We are renting out space. We have a lot of activity with a lot of different groups using it for small groups with the whole max of 50 people. So we have less than that going on. I will tell you, Sunday night through Friday, we have different groups in there each night using the space. So it's a combination of our Park and Rec programs and different groups renting space from us. So that's good. Ice rental is going. We are gearing up for the ice season. We will have dry floor activities in Arena 1 through November 3rd. We are actually doing the elections in the front arena. And then we will start putting ice in immediately after that. So we'd have ice ready for both arenas. So truly from a financial standpoint, it's not been a good year since we've canceled basically every event. Since March 6th, I think was the first event that we did have to cancel. But I will tell you the staff is working very hard. Most of those events have all been rebooked for 2021 and beyond, and working on a couple new trade show, one new trade show and adding to a different one that we did last year. So that's kind of what we have going on. I will say just one other comment. We did, with the assistance of our city administrator, city attorney and finance director, we did apply for a Wisconsin Department of Tourism stimulus grant application. Not sure if we'll be successful or not, but that grant application was submitted on September 28th. Looking for some funding. We were limited in what we could, but the grant was submitted. So we'll wait and hear on that.
How much was the grant? Did you mention?
It was $42,000 and I don't have the exact number in front of me. It's 42,000 and change.
And change, okay. Well, what is the will of the committee regarding the 2020 Omni Center financials?
I move to accept the 2020 Omni Center financials.
Second.
Okay, motion by Diane, seconded by Jim to accept the 2020 Omni Center financials. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Financials are accepted. Item 5, the general fund financials. This will make Fred do.
Okay. In your packet is the financials for the general fund dated September 10th of 2020. This includes the bills paid in August, bills paid in September, and it also includes all of August revenue. Sliding through the document, I don't see anything that you don't already know. I think probably the biggest one is on page 2 of 16, which is the interest income. Interest income pretty much is dragging. Well, actually, it's not too bad because of the months of January, February, and March before COVID, we were getting 2%. Now we're sitting at about 0.13%. So the year probably won't close out just too bad, but next year that's a different problem. I shared with Eric yesterday on $8 million, we're getting about $1,900 a month.
So
when
Fred,
we were getting
still going
18,000,
down. Huh? The rates are still dropping. You said from 2
they
to 1.3.
pretty much stabilized at that 0.13%. But when you were used to getting 19,000 a month, all the way down to $1,900, that hurts. But
yep,
it is what it is. In reference, and I think Jared is as far as snow and ice on the expenditure side, I think Jared hopes that he can stay within budget. Most of the departments, from what I can see, it's somewhat early yet, stand to be in pretty decent shape. This has fallen pretty close to, as we had talked about back in June, when I had forecasted what would happen by the end of the year. I don't think there'll be too many more surprises. Currently, which is kind of misleading because with the city of Onalaska, in reference to revenues and expenditures, we to date have received $8,477,644 in revenue. I'm reading that on page 3 of 3. And expenses of $6,138,225 with a positive $2,339,418.65. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask?
Are there any questions for the finance director?
Nothing for me.
I'm sorry, Jim, I didn't hear.
Nothing for me, thank you.
All right, what is the will of the committee?
I move
Make a motion to accept the financials.
I second.
We have a motion from Jim, seconded by Diane, to accept the 2020 general fund financials. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of accepting the financials, please say aye.
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 Aye. Financials are accepted. That concludes the finance portion. Moving on to personnel. Item 6, the update from Human Resources on staff vacancies. Hope.
Yes. So with the assistant chief, fire chief position, we are hoping to review the applications mid-October and start setting up interviews. Police department, we've got our first recruit hired as of September 9th, and we've made a contingent offer to another recruit and are just waiting for the psychological and physical results. And once we get those completed, then we will be able to make another firm offer. The fire department is finally fully staffed. We still have the October position that we need to fill, and we're working on that right now. And then the office clerical support and finance, we did complete our first round of interviews, and we've decided to go forward and review the applicant pool again. And so we are reviewing the applications as we speak, and we'll hopefully have candidates soon.
All right, that's about the shortest I've ever seen this list. Alder Wolf.
Thank you, sir. So Hope, could you tell me the police department openings? You know, we are down one officer, and now that does not include the one that we have, the council has approved to hire after October 1st. Is that correct?
Correct. So basically, we still have the October position, but we are going to have to, we've exhausted our list yet again. So the conditional offer that we have out right now is basically from the most recent list. So we will have to go out and do another recruitment to get somebody for that October position. So we're hoping to have that one filled ideally end of December, beginning of January.
Okay. And as a follow-up, the last sentence under the police department openings, this does not include the 3 additional positions that were approved to fill in 2020.
Correct.
Now, that has changed, correct?
Yes.
We decided. So would you be able to then, for the next report, to remove that sentence and then just maybe update it so then, so to kind of reflect the current status as far as about the October 1st position? Yep. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Are there any further questions for our HR director? Thank you, Hope. We are on to item number 7, adjournment.
Wow. Motion to adjourn at 7:37.
Second.
Motion by Diane Wolf, seconded by Alder Jim Olson to adjourn at 7:37 p.m. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We stand adjourned, 7:37 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
Wow.
Thank you all.
Enjoy your short night.
That's because
this is the shortest one we've had in a long time. And it's good because I'm totally out here side in the dark. But reading my agenda by phone light.
Oh, geez.
Thank you, everyone.